When was the last time you won a race? Sunday, Daytona. Oh, I'm sorry, I mean Formula One. Oh, I'm sorry, then same as you. Welcome back to Should You Watch This with the Popcorn Priest, home of the Golden Bucket, a weekly podcast where movie enthusiasts, ex-movie theater projectionists, new and old friends take the time to talk about a movie that we just watched and answer that very question, should or shouldn't you watch this? I want to extend a warm, slick tire welcome to my IMAX brother from another mother, JJ.
Thanks for having me back. Tires, super important in F1.
It turns out tires are extremely important in F1.
A lot of tire strategy this movie.
Tire strategy. Sorry, I crashed your really expensive car. F1 is next from 2025.
I'm offering you an open seat in Formula One. The only place you could say if you win, you are the absolute best in the world.
If the last thing I do is drive that car, I will take that life, man. 1,000 times.
All right, we're back. I'm with JJ. We're reviewing F1 from 2025. This is part 2. If you haven't seen part 1 or listened to part 1, I mean, go there and check it out. This is Spoiler Zone, and we start off with popcorn trivia.
Let me tell you something, Pandeo.
All right, dude. I got one trivia.
Wow, okay.
That's all I could find. I did do a fair amount, an F amount of research on this.
Yeah.
According to an interview with producer Jerry Bruckheimer, it took a year to convince both the FIA, the organizer of the F1 races, and the 10 teams to be able to film the actual F1 teams and drivers on the actual tracks during actual race weekends. A concern by the Red Bull team was that they would probably be depicted as the villain, given that the Mercedes team built the car for the movie, and then Mercedes driver Hamilton was added as a producer to the movie. Bruckheimer convinced them with the script, promising that neither the FIA nor any of the actual teams would be put in a bad light, so they could actually do it.
Love how authentic this movie is, and
yeah,
my favorite scenes are the racing scenes, and the fact that they were filmed on location with actual drivers makes this movie great.
The fact that they could get the permission, this movie shouldn't be made. I mean, you can't, it just wouldn't look the same, and people would know. They're trying to make an authentic F1 movie. F1 fans are going to not like that.
I think I saw somewhere they allowed them 20 minutes during the races where they can film what they needed to. Like, it was built into the F1 schedule.
Wow. I wonder how the drivers would have reacted to that. If they were like pissed about it, or if I guess they wouldn't know yet until they see the film.
Every interview I saw from Brad Pitt, he was saying how thankful he was with the F1 community and the drivers, and how like they just welcomed them and were so great to work with.
That's pretty cool, then.
And the fact that they have Lewis Hamilton, so one of my trivia points is he's the producer, one of the producers of this movie. Mm-hmm. He holds the record for the most wins and the most championships in F1 with 7 of them.
He's the Michael Jordan.
Yeah, of F1. The fact that he's producing this, and he's in the movie too, but I think that's so cool that they got like the best to help him with this. I know he signed on before Pitt. And when Pitt heard he was the producer, he's like, yeah, great.
Yeah, that's really cool. And I agree 100%. Do you have any more trivia?
Yeah, I got one more just about Pitt and like these interviews I watched. So he said that this movie reinvigorated him and like just re-energized him. And he quoted as like saying this is almost like starting over. And he wants to make more movies now, which fantastic, sign me up.
Yeah, I kind of felt like for me that, you know, it wasn't in it, you know, the last few films, it seems.
And he does like a film like what, every year and a half, 2 years. So the fact that he wants to make more each year is great news for us. in the interview, I saw that he was crying. Like, they did a behind the scenes footage of when he was filmed his last race with the actual F1 car. And like, he was just crying because that was the last time he was going to be in the F1 car. You could just tell he loved this role. It was meant for him. He loves racing, and he really wants that sequel.
You can see it in his performance, the fact that just the way he feels about the moments, you can see it in his eyes.
Yeah.
And it mirrors his career. He's like, okay, I'm kind of maybe in a somewhat of a little bit of a slump, or I don't really want to do the work that I'm doing, and then you see this comeback, and it's pretty cool. The parallel there is really interesting.
Love his performance. Going it back to where they actually filmed on these locations. When they did the national anthem, that was all real, on location. And he said that he felt like a horse's ass standing there with like on track with like all these like, champions and professional drivers, that he was there with them. So the fact that he was like, I don't know, kind of humble, I think it's cool.
Yeah, those intros, the transitions in the movie of all the tracks and their names really puts you in the races. And you're right, that flyover and the jets, and there was some really amazing photography going on that you won't see anywhere else unless you go see this movie.
Just the stuff before the races is incredible. And then the races bump it to a whole nother level.
Yeah. Well, you want to get into beefs?
Yeah, I got some beefs. Let's hear them.
Let's go. Pop on beefs.
Let's find them.
Where's the beef? Hey, where's the beef?
I got 2 beefs. The film was originally proposed as a sequel to Days of Thunder. You mentioned at the end of watching this film with you that you just watched Days of Thunder. And
yeah, I did a double feature. I watched Days of Thunder, and then I went and saw F1. And Days of Thunder, it's good, but I think F1 is better.
Listen, I'm going to say what you told me. You said it was not good.
I said it's good.
You said it was not good, and you confirmed my suspicions.
If you haven't seen it, I would recommend at least checking it out one time.
Okay, that doesn't give me a good enough recommendation. I always had a suspicion since my youth that I shouldn't watch Days of Thunder.
It's got a stack cast. It's got our boy TC. You got to see it. Tony Scott, come on.
Well, all right. Maybe we should review it. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe.
I think you're going to regret not watching it. Like, you're not going to regret watching it.
All right. Yeah, so my beef with the Days of Thunder is with Days of Thunder. Like, I don't know. I don't know what I want. But I didn't know why I wanted this movie, and it was great. So I guess it's not a beef. I'll get on to my first beef then, because that wasn't really a beef.
This movie is great as a standalone racing movie. You don't need to watch Days of Thunder or any before that.
Yeah, you can. That's what I'm saying. I have no knowledge of F1. I know a little bit about supercars and stuff like that from like Top Gear and whatever, but I'm not an expert. But it's still fun to watch, is what we're saying.
Yeah, it's a good time.
All right, here's my next beef. Obviously, we're in spoiler zone, so keep that in mind for this next beef and my final beef and my only beef, apparently, because the last one wasn't really a beef. Joshua Pierce's dramatic crash at Monza's final corner mirrors 2 real-world Formula race crashes. In 2019, Alex Peroni's Formula 3 car hit a large sausage curb at the same location, launching the car into the air and over the barrier, just like in the film. The fire and Pierce's subsequent injuries are likely a reference to Romain Grosjean, Romain Grosjean.
Grosjean.
Their crash at the 2020 Bahrain Grand Prix, where he and his car were.
Bro, you can't be cracking up talking about this critical crash right now.
That's why, dude. That's why it's so funny to me that I have that I'm thinking it's just too funny that I'm laughing about this guy getting in a crash.
Gotta do this over.
No, this will make me laugh, dude.
About
I have to redo the whole segment?
I don't know, man.
Let's see. I'll start here. The fire and Pierce's subsequent injuries are likely a reference to Romain Grosjean, crash at the 2020 Bahrain Grand Prix, where he it's the same spot. Excuse me.
You got it.
Okay. Where he and his car were engulfed.
That's so funny. You're cracking up at the word gold. Bro, stop. Guys, we're done.
It's just a juxtaposition. Okay. Where he and his car were engulfed in...
Bro, do you just need to move on?
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Oh, man. You're going to have so much editing. You got it.
Where he and his car were engulfed in flames before Grogson was extracted with severe burns to his hands, which is also a reference to the film. So, I mean, my beef with that is it actually co-aligns with your number of last week of how many people die in Formula One. Can we not be safer? I don't know. It's a minor beef that people are dying.
I think it has gotten safer over the years. The helmets, new seats.
It's a minor
new
beef.
Technology. I mean, you're going 200 miles per hour. It's going to be risky.
Yeah.
No matter how well contraption you're in, I feel like.
True. What are your beefs?
I had a couple of beefs. I think I mentioned last week with one of the reviews, I just had some beef with the script. I just thought it was too cliche. You know, these two guys, Pitt, Damson, they're enemies and they're friends. Pitt becomes a team player. Damson matures a little bit. It's just, I don't know. I feel like we've seen that before.
Yeah, but are we not owed a feel-good story these days? I mean, what would you have done differently?
I would have gotten rid of Damson and just had Pitt be the superstar he is, be the old guy that gets one last chance, and just focus on him.
I mean, I actually agree with that.
Cut the movie 30 minutes, give me a 2-hour runtime, and just Pitt being the bona fide superstar he is.
I like that.
And he doesn't even have to win. If you want to make it feel good, let him win. You can crash at the end, and that's his time. But that's kind of where I would have gone with it.
I don't want Brad Pitt to crash, please.
Nah, we want him to win.
Yeah, we want him to win, but all right.
And just the script too, you know, I just thought it was too much exposition. Like the race announcing, I just thought it was so annoying at times. I just thought, you know, it was just overused. And I just want the scene to breathe, especially those scenes on the IMAX. Incredible. I don't need like over explaining of what's going on in the race. Just less is more.
I like what you're saying, and I agree.
Second beef are the names. It's just kind of a small beef, but like Sonny Hayes, is that the best name we can get for Pitt's character?
Sonny Hayes.
Is Sonny Hayes like a racer?
Why don't we just call him Brad Pitt?
Well, dude, I think that's a better name than Sonny Hayes.
Yeah, it's a way better name.
Ricky Bobby.
Yeah, give him 2 first
Great
names.
racing name. Cole Trickle, that's Tom Cruise's character in Days of Thunder.
Trickle me up.
Issue with the name. Then I also have an issue, some beef with the F1. Is that the best name for this movie?
It's about F1, and I would say there's a lot of people who don't really know about it or follow it.
If I'm making a basketball movie, am I calling my movie NBA? Or if I'm making a football movie, am I calling it NFL?
You make a really good point. No, you're making a movie about boats. You call it Boat.
But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like it's the name of the league that they're racing in. I mean, it's a cool name, but I just feel like, I don't know.
It does
Maybe
seem weird.
Out there.
I mean, the official name is actually F1 the movie.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it is a little weird.
You name it something else. Like when people are searching F1 the movie, all the F1 stuff's going to come up.
That's true. That happened to me while I was doing research.
F1 the movie.
Yeah, you have to type the movie. That's probably why they called it the movie, so that when you typed it in Google, it would be F1 the movie would come up. So,
once again, I think I got a good beef. Like I think there's a better name out there for this movie.
Yeah, you have I mean, you've convinced me.
Last beef, smallest beef, but I got some beef with IMAX, bro.
Whoa! Wait,
I need more trailers.
Oh yeah, I think. Oh man, I think that's at a movie theater level, and we're not going to name names on this show, but I think it's up to the theater's discretion, because I used to work for a theater, and I was the guy prepping the films for every week, and you have certain trailers that you have to play with certain movies. It's just you have no authority from the theater level. But then you can throw in however many you want. I mean, some theaters previews are like 30 minutes now with all the ads and everything.
And this might sound like a hot take, but I want more trailers before the movie starts, especially on the IMAX. I think we had two.
Man. Yeah,
we had Superman, which looks great, and then your Annabelle doll horror movie, which was surprising.
Yeah, that was really put a sour note in my mouth. It was not good.
Controversial take. Give me some more trailers, especially on IMAX.
Yeah, it feels to me like if you go to a movie, let's say hopefully there isn't a reason to go to the IMAX, but it's not always there. So maybe every third, fourth, maybe every fifth movie you go to an IMAX, it's a destination. It's like going to Disneyland. Like, we want to see more content. Give us those more trailers in IMAX. Like, we want to experience. We paid extra to be in here. Give us some more of that stuff. I agree.
Valid. Yeah, it's it's a unique experience. Like, make it fun.
Yeah, I like that. I think, and give me more IMAX intros. Those really cool intros. We didn't get those countdown. The IMAX countdown is so sick, dude.
Yeah, I think the problem with a lot of things, just advertisement ruined it for everything. Like, too many commercials. I remember back in my day, no commercials, no advertisements, straight trailers.
Yeah. Maybe we're going to have to pay at the theater a no ad fee.
Oh, yeah. Like subscriptions. Yeah.
You pay $3 more and your movie doesn't come with ads, and you have to go to an ad-free movie theater, or that might be a premium feature, dude. Oh, that's sad.
I'm going to start charging for the leather seats.
Ugh. No, we did get some good seats and really nice recliners. So it was a nice
Row G, that G spot.
Yeah.
Those are just some beefs, not too being too major, but
I liked it. All right, let's get into popcorn puzzles.
A sphincter says what?
What?
A sphincter says what?
What?
Exactly.
I have a few puzzles. You've already solved a couple of them already for me.
All right.
Both.
Let's see if we can solve some more.
Last week and this week. So I thank you. When Hayes speaks to McKenna about creating a car for combat to challenge the car to take advantage of dirty air from other cars ahead, this is not a new concept at all, and is a genuine tactic that is constantly used by midfield F1 teams who have weaker engine performance to qualify ahead, and so must compensate by making it drive easier in turbulent air conditions. For me, it was a puzzle when I first saw it, the movie, because I'm not an F1 fan, and I don't know there's dirty air. I was like, okay, we're going into the dirty air corner. It was real. It's like a real thing.
Yeah, that's awesome. And that scene when they do the tail stuff is really cool, too.
Yeah, that weird fin change that they put it on there is really, really cool. The Apex headquarters is actually the McLaren headquarters, the McLaren Technology Center. If most of the interior shots are at the same site, a different team's factory or in a studio environment is not visible except the entrance. When Pierce with his mother and manager cousin arrive, the team boss's office with the famous red and white McLaren Honda in the back, and the training room, which shows the famous lake in front of the building. So, real headquarters of McLaren.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite scenes, is when she's building the car with the robot.
Oh my gosh, man. Listen, we're not in Redemption yet, but we've kind of sprinkled in a lot along the way. Just all the details, just really amazing. All the screens, all the graphics, all the science that I don't really understand is just on the wall. Maybe it's not real, but it looked real to me.
Yeah, was that your puzzle where it was?
Yeah, just like it's crazy that they used. I didn't think they would use real places and real. I don't know enough about the racing that they were racing on all these famous tracks. Like people, my buddy Ben who came with us, he's like, oh yeah, there's that track. And I was like, I don't know what that track is. So that they were actually on there. So that was a puzzle too that was solved for me on this show.
Nice.
And you also solved another one that Brad Pitt did his own driving at speeds of up to 180 and in fact over 180 miles an hour. And that his co-star Damson also did his driving.
When I was watching those interviews, you could tell like they were like little kids. They were loving the fact that they were actually driving these cars.
I have one more puzzle. And this should have been actually in numbers last week, but I thought it might be a little spoilery, even a little bit. So I saved it for today.
All right, good call.
How much do you think an F1 car really costs, JJ?
Ooh,
They
millions.
threw a lot of numbers around in the movie, and I didn't follow all of them. Okay.
Yeah, what is it?
They estimate between $12 to $20 million a car.
Dang.
Another article I read said the engine alone may cost up to $10.6 million for just the engine. So that's like more than half of the car is just the engine, and then the rest of the parts, I guess.
Yeah.
And then
Lots
guess
of money in that one.
yeah, lots of money. And I looked into it even further. How much do you think a team will spend in a season?
Those tires can't be cheap. Going through lots of tires.
Uh-huh.
I don't know, man. 30 million?
$150 million.
Damn.
Isn't that wild? Yeah. That's when you're saying there's a lot of money in this sport. I have no idea. I'm just not I'm not really a big sports guy anyway, let alone race cars. I didn't know that. We know the actual prices of a few other elements of the car, or we can estimate the prices. The steering wheel, $50,000. A set of wings, front and rear, $200,000, depending on the complexity of the wings. These are all unique pieces, hence the horrendous prices. The chassis, but specifically the engine and transmission are the most expensive, which we mentioned was around $10.6 million. So every time they're popping a wing off, it's a couple $100,000, dude. And they do that many times in the film.
That's why this budget was, like you mentioned, the numbers is crazy how much they spent.
Yeah, and you think, I was not thinking for 1 second that the crashes weren't real. I don't know how they filmed those. They had to have been CGI. They're not going to wreck these cars, are they?
I think close to them, yeah.
Jeez, I would love to see some more behind the scenes about this movie. I think it would be really fascinating.
Yeah, I'm sure it'd be cool to like do a documentary on the making of this.
Yeah, exactly. I think there's some interesting stuff about the cameras, how they show the different shots, what's CG, what isn't CG, who's doing what, how much is Brad driving. Like, there's so many fun little questions that I have. Any puzzles that you have before we get into our redemption?
There's some puzzles. Hopefully you can help solving them.
All right.
One, how does Damson survive the wreck?
That was my puzzle too. But when I read about in my research that they patterned it after a guy who popped a rail, went off out of bounds, only burned his hands.
That's crazy.
But yeah,
that's a pretty gnarly wreck. And then he's back in like 3 weeks and it's fine, which kind of blew my mind.
Yeah, I should have put this in beefs, but the whole montage with him punching the wall when his hands hurt is, you can cut that one out.
I think it's better if he does die in this movie.
I agree. Kill him.
Let Brad do his thing.
Bring in another racer. Bring in number 11.
Yeah, I guess that's hard because F1 is such a team sport, I guess, now. So it'd be hard for not to include somebody in that role.
It's weird. They tried really hard to ram that point through that it's a team sport. It's not just the racing guy.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Pitt's got to learn his ways. Second puzzle, you mentioned earlier about the tail technology, the flap technology. So, like, in the movie, Pitt's character uses the strategy that causes basically, like, these red flags in the race that stop the race. Mm-hmm. He's, like, damaging his own vehicle for a stoppage, or he's damaging other cars. I think at one point he, like, was able to flick, like, pebbles on the course that had to stop.
Uh-huh.
So like so he's able to catch up. Jameson's able to like hold the lead or catch up, whatever. It's like this is an actual strategy in F1.
I feel like that if I were a betting man, it seems like it would be, and I didn't do the research, but it seems like it would be a penalty every single time. Like you can't just, because then people would do it all the time.
And you just mentioned how expensive that could get with the parts.
Yeah, exactly. And frustrated fans. I mean,
it's kind of a cheap way to win too. Like Brad Pitt's doing all these things that having like I don't know if they're actual like F1 maneuvers.
I did love it in the movie. I loved it a lot, in fact. But if I enjoy sports, that would bother me a lot if some team was doing that a lot.
I agree. And then the last puzzle is what do you think the firework budget on this was?
Well, it depends on wherever the races are, man. There's so many fireworks.
So many fireworks. Are those real fireworks? Are they CGI or is those got to be actual fireworks at the F1 races, right?
Yes, and the ones at Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
Abu Dhabi was unbelievable.
Yeah, the last race was Abu Dhabi. Yeah, just what's F1's firework budget then? If they're the ones producing this, like it's got to be astronomical.
Yeah, right in there with that $300 million budget is where that money went. And Apple's like, let's just keep throwing money at this problem.
Just lots of fireworks.
Yeah, I loved it. I love fireworks. I love fireworks at race car. Dude, we might have to watch a F1 race.
Dude, they're coming to Vegas in November. Cheapest ticket is about $400 right now.
We might want to watch some on TV, some races.
Yeah.
Over $400. I mean, yeah, it seems like it's a really popular sport.
Those are the worst seats too. So, I don't know. It'd be super cool because I've never been to a race and everybody that's ever been to just says, you don't know how fast these cars are going until you're on an actual race.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense.
It takes your breath away to see how fast they're moving in person.
Yeah, it's kind of like with me and baseball. I love going to games. I love going to baseball games, but I hate watching them on TV. I just hate it. But when you're there, it's awesome.
Speaking of going to F1, I think we're sponsored tonight by Mountain Dew.
Yes, we are sponsored by Pitch Black Mountain Dew.
So we will wear the apparel and go to F1 races, hand out stickers.
Give us your stickers. We will hype you up, please. And give us Mountain Dew as well. I just found out from freaking Sack Lunch in our last pod that he doesn't have Mountain Dew in Brazil.
His loss.
Tragedy.
Does he have Mellow Yellow?
I don't know. That should be the question we ask the entire world that's listening. Do you have Mountain Dew? And do you even know what it is? And do you think we're weird that we talk about it so much?
Yeah, it's just the sponsor. But
yeah,
that's sad. Maybe we'll send you some if you don't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we love it.
Like and subscribe.
It's very delicious. Are we ready for Popcorn Redemption?
Yeah.
Popcorn
go on it.
Redemption.
I have exorcised the demons.
What are your redemptions?
We've kind of like just talked about them throughout the last week or so.
Just highlight them.
Just reiterate the racing scenes, just the camera work I appreciate so much. Like I've never seen some of these angles they were able to accomplish this movie. And just the different locations of the races. Like you mentioned Abu Dhabi, Vegas was really cool. The Silverstone race was really cool. The filming in the rain, we didn't talk about. The weather element, I thought was awesome.
Yes, you're right. That's a really good point.
They filmed at night. One of the races was at night. I thought that was awesome.
Some of the stuff that you don't really think about when you're watching, when you get involved so much in it, is these really incredibly hard ways to shoot. Night, weather, all these things you're mentioning is very challenging.
Yeah, so the real cars, real drivers, real locations, just the authenticity of this movie is awesome. My favorite things. And then, we kind of get like the behind the scenes of what an F1 like training facility and office looks like. Like you mentioned, it was the McLaren offices.
McLaren, yeah.
McLaren, and that's loved when they were building the car with the robots. You and I obviously love numbers. I love how they use those stats and like fractions and fractions of a second, analyzed and critiqued. Was interesting to see.
Yeah, it reminds me a little bit of another Brad Pitt film, Moneyball. We love the details. Numbers are always pretty heavy when JJ is on the pod. And it's really cool. And I think when we were walking out of the film, our buddy Ben was mentioning that they actually built a pit for Apex in these places. So it was a
pit for Brad Pitt. All right.
Pit for Pitt. So
Awesome.
that's really cool. Like they allowed this to kind of be part of their world for a few years. I wonder if people got really confused at like, they thought maybe it was another team, like a real team.
Who's this 11 team? They're freaking out.
Yeah.
My last redemption is I love that Pitt wins in this movie at the end.
100,000,000%.
You think it's going to be Damson. He kind of gets in a kerfuffle, and there's Pitt at the end. And it might be a little cheesy, but I'm glad he won in the end.
Yes. If he didn't win, listen, I hate sometimes when they do that where I already have a hard time with a lot of things in life. Life's hard. Doing life is hard. I don't need to go to another place and try to get away from that hard life and have someone get cancer and die at the end. Okay? Give me a happy. I don't know. I'm not saying all the time, but give me a happy ending. I want something cool to happen at the end.
We love those happy endings.
I mean, we're getting into a different realm with that, but yes, I do love happy endings.
All types. What are your redemptions?
IMAX is king, dude.
Yeah.
It makes me want to. I went through this for many years. I just always wanted to go to the IMAX, and it waned there because of COVID and other things. But now I'm like, if I know something is filmed in IMAX, I want to go to it now. It's so much. I mean, I have a really awesome theater, and there's a lot of movies that I just skip because I can see it in my awesome theater. But there's nothing like IMAX. It's just a cool experience.
Agreed. I'm not much into like the Superman world, but seeing that on IMAX, I think it'd be pretty cool.
It would be pretty cool. Yeah. So definitely not seeing Megan. Or what was that? The Conjuring. I don't know.
Yeah, your Annabelle doll one. I don't know.
Whatever that horror movie is, you don't need to see that in IMAX. That's all I'm saying.
The new Tron, IMAX.
Yeah, correct. The way they shot the cockpits after finding about all of the, do you say cockpit? Or is that only for flying devices?
I think it's in the cockpit.
It's the cockpit. All right. So in the cockpit, I love the way they shoot the cameras like flopping back and forth from the the driver.
The adjective you had to use, all right.
Yeah. Well,
flopping.
Listen. And it was flopping back around from front to back. It was pretty amazing. The graphics, I love the logos, and I mentioned it before, but the track graphics are pretty fun. The fonts that they use for the different tracks that they're going to is really great. The tech, like you mentioned, seeing behind the scenes of all that stuff is really fun. Not that I have to understand any of it. It's just really cool to see. It's like seeing behind the curtain, the Wizard of Oz or Disneyland or something. You're like, oh, what's behind the curtain? So it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
and
really cool to see how their world is, the F1.
I really felt like the sound design was really good, other than I think your point about having too much announcer audio in there. But the rest of the audio, I really felt like it was there. It was good. Those are my redemptions.
Nice.
Before we get to our rating, I heard a rumor that you wanted to. This is a theme from JJ. He brings his own categories. He wants to do a Mount Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore, Brad Pitt. We talked about this man quite a bit.
Okay.
This might be our first Brad Pitt. Should you watch this episode?
I think it is. No. So, I've done, for you and I, yes. I have reviewed Bullet Train on this film, or on this show.
Okay.
Let's see. I think that's the only one.
Mount Rushmore, Brad Pitt. You want to go first?
No. I want you to go first.
All right. In no order, I got 7.
Okay.
Fight Club.
Okay.
We talked about this movie on multiple pods, but Moneyball.
Uh-huh.
I'm going Ocean's 11.
I love it.
Crazy Horse.
Yes.
This is a Crazy Horse.
I love Crazy Horse is my favorite part of Mount Rushmore.
There's a movie called 12 Monkeys.
Yes, I am familiar with 12 Monkeys.
It's Tim Crazymore, man. So Brad Pitt plays like this erotic character, and like it's like a dystopian sci-fi, but
I don't like it.
it's my crazy. That's why it's a Crazy Horse. It's crazy.
It's wild. He does a really good job in that.
I think the director took away his cigs and made him antsy like that.
No way.
That's how he got him.
Wow, that's cool.
I'm interested to hear your Mount Rushmore.
Okay, I do have a Crazy Horse because that's where we're at. I have Ocean's 11 as well. Usually we're almost the same on all of ours, but this is where the turns are coming.
Okay.
So Ocean's 11 and Moneyball were the same.
All right.
I got Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Respect.
Is my third one. And then I wanted to include Fight Club or 7, but I excluded them for a specific reason. And then my fourth is Inglourious Bastards.
I kind of had a feeling you were going there. I thought about including Inglourious Bastards on my list and leaving maybe Ocean's 11 out. I went back and forth, deciding I like his character more in the Ocean's 11. I mean, it's a toss-up.
Yeah. So the reason why I excluded Fight Club and 7 were its rewatchability for me. I like both of those movies a lot, but it's not like I'm like, oh man, it's been a while since I've seen 7.
Yeah, you're not gonna put 7 on a Saturday afternoon.
No. So, but I do want to review it on the show. I think it would be great. It'd be cool to revisit it, but that's like a good reason to do it. I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
So that's why I could watch Inglourious Bastards quite a bit, even though it is gruesome.
Yeah.
And then Moneyball, if it's ever on anywhere, if I'm at a hotel anywhere, I'm just like I'm popped in. I'm watching that.
I hear you.
So,
you have a Crazy Horse?
Oh yeah, my Crazy Horse is World War Z.
All right, nice.
I think it's one of the best zombie movies, and I'm super pissed that they never made a sequel to it that they were supposed to.
Yeah, there's rumors for years about sequels and getting one and not. Yeah, I like World War Z.
It's one of those
zombies are fast.
Oh man, it's one of those movies that was in the news before it came out that it had gone way over budget, had too many reshoots. People were freaking out about it and it made a crap load of money, and it was super popular, and the reshoots were awesome, and whatever they did, it was amazing, and just love it. I love that movie, and it's a easy Crazy Horse for me.
Great list, great Brad Pitt, Mount Rushmore.
Yeah,
excited. He's not done either. He's got more left in his tank, if you will.
Yeah, I think we might have to patent Mount Rushmore to only when you're a guest on the show. It might just be the thing now.
I thought about doing a Mount Rushmore racing, but like to me, this is hard coming up with at least 4. But Rush is definitely on there. Talladega Nights got to be on there.
Easy. That's an easy Crazy Horse.
Yeah, not even Crazy Horse. F1's probably there.
Yeah, F1's on the list.
I'm not too big a fan of the recent Ferrari or Ford versus Ferrari.
The Ferrari was terrible. I didn't even watch it. It got really bad reviews. But Ford versus Ferrari, I think you would like it.
It was all right.
Oh, so you've seen it. Okay. All right. Well, let's get to our rating. I'll go first. I'm saying large bucket, but I want to attach something to my large bucket. If you want to watch this, let's say you miss the opportunity to go to IMAX, which is the only way to see this, is what I'm saying. If you watch this on a plane or no dig at Apple, because they made them film, but if you watch it on an iPhone, I'm going to beat you with it because you should not watch this on it. If you can't catch it on the biggest screen possible, it's probably not worth watching, but it's still a large bucket because of that experience that I had. I might maybe make it a medium bucket if I just caught this, and I was like on a 60-inch TV with no audio or, I might be in a medium, but large IMAX experience for sure.
I hear you.
Where are you at?
I'm right there with you. Large bucket. Gotta see it on IMAX. I don't know how many times I'm going to be rewatching this at home, but really enjoyed the first viewing at the IMAX large bucket.
You might have to watch it again because there's been rumors the last 2 days that Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt could team up in a Days of Thunder F1 crossover movie.
Sign me up.
With the same director.
Yes.
Can you imagine two old guys battling it out to win? And freaking TC takes it.
And Brad Pitt.
No, they're on. Do you want? Oh yeah, maybe they're on the same team.
I mean, same team.
I don't know. I don't know if they could do that. I think Tom Cruise would be on a different team.
Who are we gonna root for?
TC.
It's hard, yeah, but yeah, TC.
I'm always rooting for TC. I'm sorry, but,
I agree.
But wild rumors, so you might have to watch it again. But I agree with you. It's not something you're like, I would rather watch Top Gun 10 times before I watch this one again.
What about a crossover like a Maverick and a Sonny Hayes movie?
Why are they going to be fighting? One's in the air.
I don't know if they're fighting, but somehow they can team up against some foreign adversary. I don't know.
I don't like that. I think there's a lot more potential.
It's gotta be Days of Thunder.
Yeah,
it's gotta be Days of Thunder.
It's gotta be Days of Thunder and F1 crossover. I agree. There's already that like little bit of morsel there with the Daytona race. So there's some NASCAR-ish stuff going on. You can easily cross over.
They worked together in 95 Interview with the Vampire.
Yeah.
So I think we're due another collaboration, a lot cooler than Interview with the Vampire.
Well, and I know I've mentioned this to you before, and you've disagreed with me every single time. That is the last Mission Impossible we're going to get, so he has time to do a Days of Thunder sequel.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm in no matter what he does.
Yeah. I'm just trying to get your goat again. Didn't work.
You will eat crow.
Man, I want to. I want that crow served up to me right now. I'll eat it. I'll pluck it and eat it right now if he comes out with another Mission Impossible. All right, man. Any parting thoughts?
Appreciate you having me. Enjoyed the F1 experience. Thanks to Pitt and all the crew. You guys did a great job.
Yeah.
Enjoyed hanging with you, Popcorn.
Yeah, I appreciate it, dude. That's it for this week, but I'm with you always. Please help me out by sharing this. Please, I'm trying to get monetized on Spotify so I can make a couple bucks on the side. It just takes lots of downloads and lots of people listening. And by the way, JJ, this might interest you before we finish. I'm literally in the middle of my outro. Our pod that we just did, Speed, is now ranked 14th and 15th all-time episodes on Should You Watch This, and it came out a week ago, guys. It's pretty cool. I don't know.
Climbing the charts.
It's climbing the charts.
And we're just on a run, We had the Nick Cage songs, the Holy Trinity that we did really well, and that led us to some awesome 90s action with the Net and Speed, and then going from Speed to F1, just on a great chain right now.
Yeah, I mean, people are liking it. We're probably going to be doing Broken Arrow. We've got Goodfellas coming up soon. We've got Once Upon a Time in Hollywood we got on the docket. So there's a lot of good content. You guys are liking this content with JJ? Well, we got more. As always, thanks to those who listen, and thanks to the movies. That's why I do this. And thanks to my special guest, our team owner, JJ.
Thanks, Popcorn. See you next time.
And remember, when you watch movies, you can pop in, pop out, or pop off. But when you do, always bring the popcorn. We'll see you next time.